need no checks from the boys. We just need respect from the boys.
Their team to victory. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Breeze's Saints. With that, let's welcome in our...
What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be taken short. And they'll be... Now a play fake here on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The fifth. Is it out wide? Is it on the offensive line to make this offense even better?
Well, I would say yes to both of those. And I'm going to stay on the offensive side of the football. Continue to get reinforcements on the offensive line. See if Ryan Khalil, their center, who's been a 5-time Pro Bowler, see if he'll need a little bit of help because he battled some injuries during the season. I think another full-time running back because they may have to supplement in that.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy. But every now and then, you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Drew Brees ready to bring out the New Orleans offense. And for Brees, his streak of 3 straight passing titles came to an end this season. He finished second, but still, he went over 70,000 passing yards for his career.
And I don't think he was unhappy about that streak coming to an end because that meant the running game had gotten back into vogue for him. And Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, they really had big years, allowed him to be way more comfortable throwing the football. He did have his 12th straight year over 4,000 yards, though, with 4,334. So all was not lost for Drew Brees.
He is a free agent. Saints could use the franchise tag on him. And he says he wants to be a Saint for the remainder of his career.
And if that organization is listening to that, make him a Saint for the rest of his career. It makes your team that much better. Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And Josh Hill has it. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Brees now on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there from 10 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Coming into the year, Brees, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one, where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Brees hasn't looked back since. Very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 28.
And getting all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first. Drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together?
And he's got it. Coleman. Touchdown, Saints. Brandon Coleman from 4 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
From the 50, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he slipped right by him. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether we're wearing a glove, not wearing a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
Now, Brees again. Flushed out right. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect...
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got some space here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to lead the offense out on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 32 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. We'll see a lot of that from Drew Brees. Spread the field, get rid of the ball quickly.
He spreads the field out a lot, so he's able to recognize the defenses, the coverages, and if people are going to blitz him. And he has a fortitude to stand in there when they do. He serves as his own blitz control, so to speak. Hey, you've got a free runner coming. That's one less guy in coverage. He'll stand in there, take the hit, and deliver a strike downfield.
Brandon Coleman was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Brees will try again on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Brees. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st down, Brees. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brees to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on 3rd down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football, and Williams loses the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Brees now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's second down. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Brees. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Brees. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's good. It's caught at the 10. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
To throw, it's Brees. Flushed out right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are pouring it on. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find a target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Here's Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
It's a luxury to have, isn't he?
They go back to Stewart on first. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw is Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third and long, it's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound to the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles, Teron Armstead at left tackle, Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they could get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them. Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down is Breeze. Fights him off. Looking long for Thomas. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 38 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 20. Yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Newton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now Jonathan Stewart getting set to go as he trots back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it?
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Brees now on first down. Drew Brees, 29 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Shotgun now for Brees. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton punches with a catch over the middle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On second down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. Yes. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints just continue to roll. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Brees now to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best torch, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Newton now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. On first down, Brees escaping the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's got room, and now running right through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
And welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look at the first half. The Saints have done a good job making the plays they need to in order to get out to a big lead. The Panthers have to make some adjustment over the middle. And this 4-play drive goes for it. Saints way out in front. Following the forced fumble.